Hi boys and girls. Today we're going to be drawing a picture of Elmer the patchwork elephant. I hope you watched the story read aloud on yesterday's schedule and you heard the story about Elmer the patchwork elephant. So today we're going to be drawing him. It's going to be so much fun. So we're going to need a pencil, an eraser, your crayons or colored pencils. If you have a Sharpie, black Sharpie or a black marker, we're going to be using that too, but you don't have to use that. It's up to you if you want to outline, but we're going to make him like a patchwork quilt. So if we do black, the colors will really show. So let's first get our pencil and we are going to draw Elmer the elephant first, and we're going to have our paper the hot dog way. So it's long this direction. Okay, first thing we're going to do is his body. We're going to make a big oval for his body. So let's do a big oval for his body here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You notice mine is not perfect. It's a little bumpy. That's okay. Let me zoom in because next we're going to do a circle for his head. And part of the circle is going to overlap into his body, but we can use our eraser to erase the lines that we don't want. So make sure that you have your eraser or something to erase with. Let's do the circle for his head. Now see how I made that overlap here? We can go ahead and take your eraser, and the line that overlaps in his head we can erase. And we're going to go over it with crayon, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but just so it's a little bit lighter. There we go. Now we're going to do his ear. We're looking at him from the side, so we're going to do one of his ears. We're going to make his ears pretty big, and it's going to overlap again. So we're going to put it up towards the top of his head and to the right. A big ear. Kind of an oval. And then we're erasing a line in his ear, both the lines, the line from his body and the line from his head. So your picture should look like this. So let's look at it and make sure that we have the lines erased. So erase the lines in his ear and erase the lines in his head here. Okay, so now we have his head, his ear, and his body. Next thing we're going to do is his trunk. And his trunk is going to look like a letter J. So we're going to do two letter J's. We'll do the first one. So we're almost at the bottom of his head, but not quite. So start here, and we're going to do a letter J. So come down and back up. Then we're going to come further down his head, make the other part of his trunk, letter J, down and back up. Then we're going to connect the two lines at the end of his trunk. There we go. So now we have Elmer's trunk. If you want, now we can make his eyes, or his eye, because we're looking at the side. So let's do his eye and a little dot inside. And if you want, you can do a little smiley face near his trunk coming up. Smiley face. There we go. All right, now we can do his legs. We're going to do 4. So we're going to come down, line down, and connect the lines at the bottom. If you want, you could do one leg coming out. So we could do another one on this side here. And we could do a leg coming out like he's walking. Another leg. Actually, let me make this a little bit thicker, because elephants have pretty thick legs because they're so big. So we're going to make another line coming out this way at an angle. like that. And then we'll do his back legs. So line down, connect the dots. And then another one. There we go. So now we have his 4 legs. Last thing we need is a tail. So on his tail, we're going to come down and back up just a little bit. They don't have a very long tail, and it's not very thick. It's very thin. So we're going to come down, back up, and we're going to do another one just below it, down, and then back up this way. That's his little tail. Okay. Now we have Elmer all drawn. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the patchwork lines on Elmer. He's going to be a patchwork elephant. So we're going to draw the horizontal lines. The horizontal lines are going to go this direction. So we're going to start at the top and we're going to draw the lines. So we're going to start at his ear. Draw one line. Then we're going to come down on his head here and draw another line. So we're just drawing lines on all the parts of his body. Just going across. Then the ones on his legs. And just do your best. It's your art, so it doesn't have to be exactly like mine. Same thing, we're going to draw the lines across on his trunk here. Okay, so now we have our horizontal lines, our lines across. Now we're going to do the lines from top to bottom, the vertical lines. So let's start at his trunk, and we're going to do lines coming down to make little squares all over his body. See how I did that? Okay. Same thing on his legs. And they don't have to match up perfectly on his legs, the same as his body. There we go. So now we have our little patchwork squares all over his body. Now next thing, if you want to draw and outline all of the lines that you did in pencil with a Sharpie or a black marker or a black pencil, you can. If you don't want to, you can skip this step, but I'm going to show you how to do it. You're just going to go over all the lines that you already drew with your pencil, with your Sharpie. And this will also help the colors really pop out and show bright next to the black. And just do your best when you're outlining. There we go. Then you can take the pen and color in his little eye. Okay, so I did his head. Now I'm going to do his trunk. Just going over the lines that I already drew. I don't know about you, but I love elephants. And they're very beautiful. And elephants are very smart. And they travel together with their family and their friends. And they help each other. When I go to the zoo, that's definitely one of my favorite animals to see is the elephants. Now, did you know that there's different types of elephants? There's Asian elephants and there's African elephants. And the way that you can tell the difference between Asian elephants and African elephants is that African elephants have very big ears. So it's the kind of elephant that you would see in the movie Dumbo. Very big ears. Those are the African elephants. And the Asian elephants have smaller ears. So that's how you can tell the difference when you go to the zoo between the Asian elephants and the African elephants. Okay, I did all my lines, and I could even put a little line on his tail there if I wanted to. So now I have lines all over my Elmer elephant, and we're gonna make him like a patchwork quilt. So sort of like what we did on the rainbow reindeer. If you did that with me, we're just going to do all different colors in each square, and we want to try and put a different color next to other colors. We don't want to have the same colors touching. So you're just going to pick any color to start. It's up to you, and this is where you get to do your art your way. And we're just going to start at his trunk, and we're going to color in each of the little patchwork squares. So I'm starting with orange, green, another color. And it really, oops, let me move this over so I can get to it easily. So you just choose whatever colors you would like to do, and you just start filling in, shading in. Try not to have a lot of white showing. Shading in all your squares, all his little patches. All right, I'm gonna do all the colors in my crayon basket here. So you see how I did gray. I'm going to do a dark green here. Let's see, purple, just all different colors. Yellow. Let's see what else. An orangey red here. See what else? A blue. Look at that. Look at his trunk. It looks so beautiful with all the different colors, doesn't it? I love how he's turning out. Okay, now we're going to move on to his head, and you're just going to keep doing all different colors. And what you can do is if you pick up a color like yellow, this is another trick I'm going to try. I'm going to put some yellow here, then I'm going to move over and find another empty spot. Put yellow there, yellow down here, yellow over here. Then I'm going to pick up another color. That way I don't have to keep picking up crayons. I'm going to just put colors all over and just fill them in the spots. Pink, let's put some pink up here. Okay, I'm going to pick up a purple. Just going to put it anywhere that I see an empty spot. See. Try it up here. I have any other empty spots? Okay, now I'm gonna get green. So you're just gonna keep going until all the squares are filled up with color. Let's see. Let me do a blue. Okay, I'm gonna put some blue. Let's see, some blue up here. Now I was thinking that the square that has his eye, I think I want to use a nice light color on that one so that his eye really shows. So I'm gonna do kind of a light orange, and I'm going around his eye. I think I'm gonna leave his eye white, so you can do that if you want. That way his eye really shows. See how I did that? Let me zoom in so you can see. So I went around his eye there. Okay, let's zoom back out and let's keep going. I'm gonna take that same orange crayon, find some empty spots here. Looks kind of neat like that, doesn't it? Okay, now I'm gonna get another color. I have sort of a pinky purple color. Shading that in. Let's see, where can I put some over here? There's mouth. Okay, now I'm gonna get, I think I'm gonna get a light green. So notice how I'm trying not to put the same sort of color next to another. So when I have my green, I try not to go next to another green. But if you do get it next to the same color, that's okay. No big deal. All right, he's starting to look really cool. Now I'm gonna do sort of a bluish green, like a teal color. But you just pick up whatever color you want to your drawing, your art, so you can make it however you would like. Let's see. He's starting to get filled in with color. He's looking very bright, isn't he? I love how he's turning out. Let's see, put some blue right there. And I'm gonna do, see, I think I already did a yellow. Let's do, how about a darker orangey red? Okay. His legs are starting to really get filled up with color. Okay, I'm gonna pick up my gray, do some gray on him. And let's see what other color. Now I have a kind of a reddish purple color again. So I'm trying to find colors that are different that I can put next to it. Let's see. See, that's kind of the same, but it's okay. If it kind of touches, no big deal. I'm gonna get some more colors. I'm gonna get sort of a peachy color. I'm gonna use that one. It's very light. Okay, what else? Let's see what else I have. Oh, I have a darker green. Let me do a darker green. Just filling it in. Wow. I think he looks really good. If you want to share your picture of Elmer with me, you can send it to me or your teacher if you're not in my class, and they can send it to me. I would love to see what you drew and what you colored. Let's see. I think another orange. Let me try a different orange color here. I'm running out of spots. That's good. Means we're almost done. I think this is more of a red, so I'm going to use a red. So I'm just looking for spots. See, there's already red there, so I'm going to go to a different spot. Now, if you want to leave one or two white, you can. It's up to you. Let me get, ooh, I'm gonna get a brown. He's starting to look really good. Don't forget his tail. I almost forgot his tail. Blue. And, oh, I got almost all of it. Not very many spots left on him. Let's see. Do a purple here. And oh, looks like I just have one. Oh, there's one down here and one up here. So I'm gonna do a little green here and a little green up here. I think, let me double check. Oh, I see one more. Let me get that one. I'll do a little brown there. And I think I got all my squares on him done. Okay, so I'm gonna put all my crayons back because I made a big mess over here with my crayons. And make sure we always clean up after ourselves when we draw or do art. Okay, now if you would like on your Elmer, if you want to write Elmer at the top, we can. I'm gonna pick sort of a orangey color. I'm gonna write his name. He's Elmer. E L. Whoops. Let me zoom out so you can see it. E L M E R. He's Elmer. If you want to write elephant, we can write Elmer. The T-H-E elephant. E-L-E-P-H-A-N-T. Now, if you want to write your name and sign your name at the end, you can get another crayon, different color, and you can write your name at the bottom. I think Elmer, the patchwork elephant, turned out so cute. I hope you had fun doing that with me. I had a great time. I will see you next time for our drawing video. Bye-bye.